Madre mía, compañeros, bienvenidos una vez más a Batman de Telltale Series. Ya saben, compañeros, estos jueguitos de donde vienen también The Walking Dead y el Wolf Among Us, que se los voy a traer después, en alguna otra ocasión. Y bueno, compañeros, continuamos con el capítulo 2, los hijos de Arkham. Ay, qué terror, qué miedo. Sálvenme, por favor. Previamente en Batman The Telltale Series.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
No me gusta ese pingüino. Checo muy chafa.
Thank you for opening your house to us. Together,
Cállate.
we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
Ooh.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal?
Shake your booty.
It's dangerous.
Shake your booty.
I bet.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Christ almighty! It's the Waynes.
Los Waynes.
Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
El juego se adapta a todo lo que hagas o digas. Muchas lidias a una mujer que es una desgraciada o un hombre que es un miserable. Se queda guardado. Y el juego lo recuerda. Wayne Memorial Auditorium. El callejón del crimen.
You don't have to do this. Only you now, Master Bruce. I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to
Nel, yo no, el
This
mío no, el de
isn't
mis
going
jefes tal vez, pero el mío no.
It's all so public and messy.
How could you hide this from me, Alfred? For all these years...
What would you have me do? You were a child. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were
No
billionaires,
contamines, Bruce.
You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
My money has never corrupted me.
And I'm proud of you. But you're hardly the norm. Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Working with Falcone and Hill. I expected a regular accounting, not a pact with the devil.
Your father was a good man in many ways, but this was his undoing. I want you to know, I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. and I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can.
Te voy a perdonar. Te voy a perdonar, te perdono, Alfred.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
Te quiero, Alfred.
This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne.
The audacity.
He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that
Yo creo
deep
que
in
no fue
crime,
ese entonces.
he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think? You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
A ver, para acá. A ver, después de 20 años no sé si sigan las... No sé si sigan todas las pistas donde siempre, ¿sabes?
Right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I take him to jail. Just like any other criminal.
But he's not just
A huevo.
any criminal, is he? He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Ah, qué bueno. Ay, ay, todo está idéntico desde que tenías 8 años.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave. Just like him.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
Ve a decepcionarte, padrecito. Alfred es mi verdadero padre. Chita. Así como Piccolo y Gohan, Alfred es mi
Saw it
padre.
countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that.
¿Ah?
She was always so good to me.
Eso está chido, ¿eh? Yo quiero hacer eso para ver las pelis que quiera o cuando quieran un pinche cine. Ah, no, ¿para qué? Mejor tienes tu cine propio y no pagas ni madre, no pagas la instalación y todo, güey,
Where
pero pues ya.
exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, you don't have to do this. And the gun fires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Ah, nada más me tengo que mover y ya. ¡No lo mates!
Nothing personal, just business. He told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this.
Y...
Tom Falcone. He's making all this straight.
Y Falcone fue el que lo... Mames. Ay, en el punto ojo. Mames, este Bruce ni sin luta, güey. Bueno, ya poquito. No está tan... No es tan... ¿Cómo se dice? Mínimo este reacciona poquito, reacciona al final. Pero por ejemplo de la película del Joker ni reacciona, pinche estatua.
Bruce,
Y esto, a punto de matar también.
It wasn't a bug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Y creo que mejor en vez de colgarlo le hubiera encajado el pinche palo en el brazo.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking.
El desgraciado que se madrió Cobblepot.
This could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Me lo debías.
You owe me, Harvey, and now I need your help.
Those are donations, not loans. You're not entitled to a pound of flesh.
Hell, I'll settle for a handshake and a blind eye.
The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
La voy a decir la
I'm
verdad.
not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Ah,
Oh,
huevo.
I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, well, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
I gave him some evidence against Falcone.
More like a catalog of his entire criminal empire. It's a case that'll put Falcone away for life.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Huevo.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Ah, René Montoya.
Sergeant René Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We're keeping Falcone in the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
I know he does a lot for the department, but honestly, Batman freaks me out.
Oh, he's definitely freaky.
Para no ser sospechoso.
But I'm glad he's out
No
there
quiero ser
watching over the
sospechoso.
city.
Ni modo que Batman es la verga, Batman es hermoso, Batman tiene unos pechos
Alright,
instalados por
Falcone's
los dioses
inside.
y debería
Say
ser
what you
buscado
gotta
por
say.
todas las mujeres del
We'll be out
mundo.
here.
No voy a decir eso, güey, va a ser sospechoso. Episodio 2. ¡Ah, ni te madré tanto! Te voy a encajar el pinche de palo en el brazo para que Easy subiera lo que es el dolor de verdad, pinche ruco pendejo. Bueno, ahí pasa, golpecito.
Bruce Wayne?
The hell.
You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. Just like every other time they tried to put me away.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins.
Until you sent Joe Chill to kill him.
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
We are not family, Falcone. I'm nothing like you.
If you're anything like Thomas Wayne, then we're not so different. Your father,
No, entonces tampoco soy como él.
and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain.
Ya no vas.
Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
¿Y si te la encajo en el ojo?
Not here to take care of you. You deserve to suffer for what you've done.
Así de simple, desgraciado.
You'd never know the truth. How much of your old man is in you?
I'm no murderer, Falcone. Unlike you.
Yeah. That's why you were kept in the dark. He loved you, you know. He did it all for you. He protected his
Un
own.
desgraciado por mí.
If you got on his bad side. Your father was more ruthless than any of us. He had a switch, you know. Still, made us all rich, including you. Some people just have the mind for it. He was one of the most brilliant men I ever knew.
I never asked for any of it.
And yet, the money spends, doesn't it?
He made you rich, but you still had him killed.
What, you really think I ordered the hit? Sure, I worked with Joe Chill from
Entonces
time
fue
to
Chill.
time.
Digo,
Put a button on someone, he'd take
el
it
otro
out.
güey Hill.
But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
Entonces fue.
You can't
Hill.
trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents looked at
¡Ah, la madre!
They're waiting for you in hell!
Montoya. ¡Hala!
The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out! Go! Go!
Mames. Fue Hill. Obvio que fue Hill. ¿Qué mierda se ve el humo, güey? Hola, Harvey. Mira que se ve el humo horrible, güey. Se ve la chingada de eso.
I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out
¿Qué
sooner
es
or
eso,
later.
güey?
Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close. We were this close.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Qué bueno que pagaste eso, porque tiene un humo con una textura espantosa.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Harvey's right. We need to control this story or someone else will.
Then we need the whole story, not just part of it.
Exactamente.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney,
Lieutenant.
Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a
¿Ya de
little.
qué sirven? Están muertos.
Still need
Están muertos,
answers.
digo.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Eso, las venas que vi en la boca.
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin.
En el cuello, en el cuello.
Fresh injection site.
Ah.
That doesn't look like blood.
Y le inyectaron droga.
Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué recuerdas?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
I don't think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Cobblepot.
Cobblepot said something similar.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. How is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
Out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce!
Está Vicky.
What are you doing?
Tú también eres bonita, pero no tanto como
My
Catwoman.
friends in the GCPD have been telling stories.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off.
Ah,
Word is
cállate.
there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in
Eso es sospechoso,
for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now...
¿Será que está trabajando ella con Cobblepot?
You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing
No lo voy a
off that
decir.
something happened.
No lo voy a
You're
decir.
fishing. You don't have anything. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You should talk to me, Bruce. This is coming out whether you stonewall me or not.
No me importa. Y le hice una promesa a Gordon y confío más en Gordon que en ti.